If you've always believed that elaborate preparation guarantees success, it's time to understand that this formula for success is seriously flawed. Nothing guarantees success. It's the outcome of many moving parts, many of which are not in our control. Many times things fall apart because proper planning and preliminary preparation were skipped or weren't carried out properly. But the other side of the coin is that some people get stuck in the planning and preparation stage, trying to perfect everything. It's prudent to analyze situations, anticipate outcomes, and do the required preparations. The main problem with over-planning is the longer you plan, the longer you're not in the marketplace. By the time you're ready to present your ideas or start working, the window of opportunity may have been claimed by someone more proactive. The truth is, once you actually start doing something, it isn't as difficult to keep moving. Getting started is what holds you back. 6 best hacks to stop thinking and take action. Follow the 80-20 rule. Focus on your best assets and use them to create maximum value. This is the core principle behind the 80-20 rule, and it has helped businesses grow their revenues and individuals make the most out of their productive hours. Identify those 20% requirements that can give 80% of the final output. Work backward from the product you've envisioned and list out all the components that you plan to put into it. Then, drill down upon the essentialities and keep the good to have for a later time. If you put together the must-haves, you'll have a fully functional minimum viable product. The minimum investment for maximum output. Now, that's productivity. Improvisation can happen later. Don't let the details bog you down. Manage your fear. Fear is not a bad thing. It protects you from danger. However, when not controlled, it can become insidious. Most people have brilliant ideas, but problems arise when it's time to act on them. In most cases, fear controls people's lives. This is why most people prefer security to freedom. The fear of failure is the one thing that prevents people from taking action. Yet, failing in life is inevitable. To become fearless, you have to change your thinking. Do not think of failure as a negative thing, but as a learning experience. Every time you fall, you get to learn something. The only way you can become fearless is by confronting your fears. Ask yourself, what is the worst thing that could happen? When you confront your fears, your life will become limitless. When it's time to act, don't think about failing. Instead, think of what you'll learn. Remember, the more you learn, the wiser and more fearless you become. Overanalyzing can hold you back. A lot of people have good intentions to start on a goal. They gather all of the necessary information, buy all the right equipment or supplies, and have everything down as to what they want to do and how to do it. And there it stops. Whether you think too much, overanalyze, or are constantly preparing, this is vastly different than actually doing something. Too much knowledge isn't necessarily a good thing. Of course, you want enough information and enough facts so you know your goal or idea will probably pay off in the end. But once you've got a good framework set up, just take steps each day to make things happen. Break down your goals. If you've ever attended a motivational seminar or conference, you were probably encouraged by the speakers to set big goals for yourself. Setting big goals is very important because no one dreams of living a small, insignificant life. However, big goals can end up overwhelming you. For instance, let's say your goal is to write a book. If you thought of the number of pages you'll have to write to accomplish this goal, you might end up avoiding it altogether. The best thing you can do for yourself is breaking down your goals. So even if you only write 200 words every day, your goal becomes doable. Splitting your goals will help you take action and move forward. Stop perfectionist thinking. Comparing yourself to others and criticizing yourself for not achieving your goals can lead to overthinking and low self-esteem. Therefore, breaking the cycle of perfectionism can help you overcome repetitive thoughts. In other words, it is important to acknowledge that occasionally things will go wrong. If things don't work out, it is important that you focus on making progress instead of making things perfect.